Hello everyone and welcome to another semester. I hope you're excited and as ready as I am to get started. So before we get into actual content and online homework and examples, I wanted to share with you guys a little information about Cornell Notes, which I'm going to be using this semester. So I'm just going to take you briefly through how to organize your notebook paper so that you can follow along with me in the tutorial videos to take good notes and stay organized this semester. So if you've used Cornell Notes before, you know how useful they can be. And if you haven't, I hope that you give it a try. It really saves you a lot of time and effort when you need to study for exams. So the idea is that you're going to front load your work. You're going to put a lot of work on yourself in the beginning. You're going to take very good and thorough notes so that when it comes time to study for your exam, you actually have less to do. It's a great way to organize your notes. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to set this up, and I hope you give it a try. And one of the big benefits about Cornell Notes is that it doesn't just work for math classes, it really works for any subject. So if you find that it's really helping you out in this class, maybe give it a try in one of your other classes. Okay, so here is my page of Cornell Notes, and every page pretty much looks the same. What you want to do is section off your paper into these different little boxes here. So you can purchase Cornell Notes in a notebook. You can print off Cornell pages from various websites, or you can take your regular notebook paper, a pencil, and a good sturdy ruler, and you can make your own Cornell Note pages. So, and that's what I did, pencil and a ruler. So at the top of every page, or at least the first page of notes, you want to write your course information. So what class are these notes for? What day are you taking these notes? What section is this covering, or chapter or topic? And then from there, we get into the actual note-taking, right? So what's nice about Cornell Notes is that you get to organize the information very clearly. And at the top of the page, you want a section for an essential question. Now, sometimes your instructor will tell you what this question is. Sometimes you have to figure it out, right? But this question is essential. It's basically the reason that you're taking all these notes, right? You take notes to learn about a topic so that you can answer certain questions about it. So this essential question up at the top basically says, you know, this is what I want to be able to answer using the notes below, okay? Then you got, you know, the bulk of the pages for taking those notes. This is your supporting evidence. This is where you write definitions. This is where you write examples. And all of this information helps you to answer this essential question up here. And then when you're taking notes, you should always have a designated place where you can write down questions. And these questions might come up while you're taking these notes. They might come up later when you're reviewing your notes and studying for a test. You know, maybe you forgot something in your notes and you really have a question about it. You feel like you missed something in class or you missed something from the textbook and you really need that question answered so that you can answer the essential question. Then you have a place here where you can write that question, you can write the answer once you get the answer, or maybe you don't have questions, you want to just outline the topics of your notes, right? So maybe you want to write definition, supporting evidence, example, or maybe you want to split it up by topics covered in the section. But you've got this nice space off to the side where you can organize your questions or just a generic outline of your notes. And then down at the very bottom, you want to leave a few lines to write a summary, right? So you want to be able to summarize the bulk of this information in 1 or 2 sentences, right? You don't need a lot of room down here, but you want to be able to summarize everything that's happening here. So what you're doing here is you're laying out, this is what I want to know. Here's all of the information, background information, examples, definitions, and then down at the bottom in your summary is basically an answer to your essential question. So when you're going back and studying through your notes, you have already done the bulk of this work, right? And if you have questions, if you feel like you missed something, you have a place here to enhance your notes.